Hey YouTube, I'm off to see the Wick, John Wick. This is the first time I've tried live streaming from my vehicle, so we'll see if this even works out. Don't know if my 5G is good enough to do this, but heading out to see 2 hours and 49 minutes of gunplay, and uh, hopefully it's good. I hear it is. So I meant to try to get to it last week, but several things popped up, and you got to be able to portion out the time for a movie this long. But I decided to take my friend Dylan's advice and not go see it in the XD. I wanted to see it in the XD theater, but the show was later on this afternoon, and I didn't want to wait that long, so I'm going to go see it in the normal theater. Although a couple weeks ago, I saw Scream in a non-XD theater, and I thought it was fine. I mean, it sounded good, and it looked pretty good, and the theaters themselves are a little less uh, congested, I guess. So it was okay. So I'm gonna go see this in a non-XD theater. I got part of the movie club, so usually I have a couple tickets rolled over every month, anyways. I could have went to see XD, but chose not to today. Hey, Two Gun Pedro, how you doing today? Hope everything's going well. I'm making my way to the theater. But I want to comment if I'm choppy or not, because I've never really tried doing too many live streams from my phone, um, just because I never know how good the LTE is going to be. But it looks like it's okay. Yeah, I hope to. I hope there's enough story in the 2 hours and 49 minutes to support the movie. Because I know last movie, John Wick 3, which I definitely think is the weakest of the 3 movies I've seen so far. Um, Definitely had less story to its, 2 hour runtime. It was only 2 hours. There were some cool parts of John Wick 3, like the attack with the dogs and stuff, but that was kind of cool. But some of the fight scenes I thought went on way too long, and some of them were kind of anticlimactic with the guy at the end. And then I think too much shining light on the whole understructure of the Continental and the high table starts revealing that the story is a bit silly. So I don't know. Hopefully this time they can clear that up a little bit. I thought walking in the desert in your suit until you drop and almost die, and somebody will appear, then the guy just appears. He's a random dude. I don't know. It was a bit silly, but hopefully that's a little better. Didn't quite like having Winston do a side heel there, but I guess in this world of John Wick, anybody and everybody will turn on you. Funniest thing though is that dude, the bum guy who sits in the alley. What does he do? Does he just sit in the alley? That's where he lives, waiting for somebody of importance to show up so he can notify the high table. It's a bit silly, but should be fun. Looking forward to this. I was gonna go see Shazam, but I figured that's coming on digital like next week, so I can wait to see Shazam. And probably the next thing I'm gonna go see after I see this one is gonna be Evil Dead Rise. I believe is the next movie I'm gonna go see. And I'm hoping we can do maybe a special edition of either Dylan's Horror Show or I'll pop on and talk about it, because I think Evil Dead Rise is definitely kind of an important horror movie. in that franchise. So before I go see that, I want to watch the 2013 version because I'm yet to see that. I saw portions of it, but I've never seen the entire movie. So I got picked that up in 4K, and we'll be watching that sometime before I go see Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, that's why I figured Shazam. Everybody that's actually seen Shazam, at least the vast majority of people have seen it, has said it's pretty good. I mean, it's not, tremendously a bad movie, you know, but it wasn't really advertised. And I think people just didn't want to go see a movie that wasn't connected to anything. Although I think Black Adam did a little bit better than this, and that was going to be true with that one as well, I guess. Although people thought at that point that some iteration of the DCU Snyderverse would continue, I guess. It actually looks like it might. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're getting ready to scrap the Flash, but who knows? So I think the Flash is out sometime in May, I believe that's coming out, and then I think is it July or June? Indiana Jones is coming out. So it's definitely some good genre stuff coming in, this year. We had summer like we did last year with Smile and Terrifier and a bunch of other films that came out with horror. We'll see. I think that's going to be the name of the game because, they see how much horror movies cost and how much they can generate. And maybe they get scared of these Shazam and Black Adam multi-million-dollar, $100+ million movies that don't return on their expectations. While you can get a movie like Smile that can be made for $20 million or something like that, and it makes 5 times its money back. So maybe we'll start seeing more of that type of stuff. Who knows? Probably will. But I usually like going to see. We have a mom and pop theater in town I live in, and they get first run, but they have Scream 6 there now, which I guess must be doing pretty well. They didn't bother going with Shazam. I bet they feel now that they were smart with not going with Shazam. I thought for sure they'd bring this one, John Wick. I thought for sure they'd bring that in, but they didn't. Hey Perry, how's it going? Yeah, Black Adam. I saw in the theater. I thought it was a pretty fun watch. Of course, the best part of that movie was the Justice Society of America. They should have made a Justice Society of America movie with would have been, I think, a better flick. Well, they should have brought Shazam in that movie. I mean, didn't have. I guess Dwayne Johnson didn't want that. Didn't want to be mixed in the Shazam universe. But Black Adam is mixed in the Shazam universe. So I don't know. I don't think it would have made a difference. Oh yeah, Peter, what would you looking to go see? I know John Wick will still be around. Perry's driving to get him some lunch. He's always driving somewhere to get some kind of food somewhere, Perry. Jeez. Now, Perry, do you go to, what's the last movie you saw in a theater? I know I'm being silly asking this because I know Perry doesn't really, he's a bit behind on his movie watching. Have you gone to a theater to watch a movie? And what was it, Perry? Oh, MegaCon, yeah. What's going on? If I was down in Florida, I would definitely love to go to MegaCon, but it's expensive, man. I mean, you pay for tickets that basically get you in the door and doesn't really pay for anything else. Uh, Once you're in that door, you got to pay for everything. You got to pay, back in the day when they had cons up here in the Northeast, we had 3, 4 panels over the weekend, but they were all included, even ones with big stars out. But now you got to pay for every panel. You got to pay for Robbie stand in line to get an autograph. You know, you got to pay for everything. So it's an expensive proposition unless you can get somebody like, you know, hopefully Robbie's getting somebody to at least, if he has, I don't think he has any sponsors, but maybe he has some, he can get some money back for getting that going down there. So, oh, you gotta go tomorrow? That's great. Barry, you should live stream from there if you can, or at least record it. That'd be fun to watch. I'd love to see some of the stuff down there. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of videos up over the weekend. But yeah, even if you don't go for the panels, just to go and hang out and check out what they're selling and stuff like that would be kind of cool. I know we have a con or two coming up in the Boston area, which is still 3 hours away from me, coming up in August or September, I believe. But it's tough for me to get out of the house, my mom and stuff. I can't really leave her that long. But I'd love to go to a convention. I haven't been to one in such a long time. Oh, that's a cool deal. Now, what about your kid, Perry? How old is it's his son, right? How old is he? Would you be bringing him? You might enjoy it. Get to see how many people could be in this movie today. I know when I bought my tickets online, it was like no seats sold. Might be having a private screening, which is always cool. Uh, your father's gonna be down there slinging coffee. Well, what does he do? He's not working at the Dunkin' Donuts down there, is he? You pick up some good stuff down at MegaCon, though, I tell you. Go down with that credit card empty. Here we are, lovely Cinemark. See if I can actually quite a few cars in the parking lot here. Because I think they started about 10 o'clock. See if I can get I normally park over here and yeah, it looks like I might have one spot close, which is good. One here. Okay. Lock it up. There we go. I like an empty theater. Oh yeah, I do too. Luckily, it's not too bad down here. Last time I went to a movie a few months back, and we did have a couple that were like thinking they were home in front of the TV and commenting on every single thing that was going on in the movie. And man, I hate that. Have some respect. 1977 Wizards. Yeah, Ralph Baskey was the name of the gentleman that did that. Yes, I have seen Wizards, but not in a very long time. He also did look for another movie. He did Fritz the Cat, uh, a X-rated version of Fritz the Cat from the same dude. Look for that. That came out before Wizards, I believe. Wizards was a cool movie. Where did you see that? Did you see that online? Is that available somewhere? Let me know where it is, because I'd like to probably see that again at some point. I know I don't have that on the Plex server, I don't believe. Oh, yeah. The only perk we get here is they bring the popcorn and soda to your seats, so I don't have to get up and get my own popcorn. I wish they brought the beer to your seat, but they don't do that. Especially if you want a refill, it's like, please bring me a beer. It's like $9 beer. It's like going to getting a beer at the ball game though. Streamed it YouTube, but there's a blurry. Oh, there's a blurry version of it on YouTube. I'll have to look and see if I can find that somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. Oh, not, but there's a blurry that there's a Blu-ray. Yeah, I'll have to pick that up in Blu-ray. You know, I just picked up will be posting to my Plex server later. Will be I I went to the library and I grabbed the TV show V, the old TV show V based on the miniseries. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen that, and I'll be throwing that up on the server later on. It's got the guy from Beastmaster and what is that, Mark Singer? I think Beastmaster. It's got Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, Michael Ironside. It's very 80s. The original two miniseries were pretty good, and I just ordered those on Blu-ray. I think the second miniseries is up on my Plex, but not the first. So I'll be throwing that up there when I get that, because those are pretty decent miniseries. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for jumping in here, Perry and Two Gun. I'm gonna head in, grab my seat, and hopefully enjoy this movie when I come out. I'm probably gonna do a live stream and just post my initial reaction. So we'll catch you guys all later. Have a good afternoon.